Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a get ready with me, so we're just gonna jump on into it, but yeah, I just had to, intro the video, obviously. Just a little warning, my chair at home, as you can tell I'm at home, is so squeaky, so just put up with that, I guess. Also, this is the first time I'm talking out loud today, so my voice apparently doesn't exist either. But I just felt like popping on here and just saying hey and doing a cute little, get ready with me. So just to let you guys know, the first thing I have already on my face is just the Pond's moisturizer. I go back and forth if I like that or not. I don't know. I think it's good for what it is, but I don't think I would repurchase it, I don't know, but that's what I use first, and then I just put on the Milk blur stick, so that's what's on my face. So I'm using natural lighting today, honestly, just because I didn't feel like, setting up an entire setup, I guess, for lack of better words. I just kind of felt like popping on here, talking a little bit, nothing too stiff or, produced or whatever, so I hope you guys don't mind the fact that it's a little bit more chill and laid back, and the background isn't really cute. There's a pillowcase on the end of my bed. So right now I'm doing the Catrice, Prime and Fine Anti-Red Base. I got this when I was in Ireland too long ago to have been putting this on my face still, but it's fine. I feel like we have a lot to discuss because I haven't personally sat down and filmed in forever. Now I'm putting on to the back of my hand my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, in case if you're wondering, because it's kind of the purpose of the get ready with me, what I'm doing to my face. And then I love going in with oils, so I'm going to be going in with just a vitamin E oil. I used this Cover FX little case again, or bottle, because it's a lot cheaper than going to Sephora and buying the primer oil again or this Cover FX oil again. So not about that life, found a little hack for me, and I mixed this into every single foundation. There hasn't been a foundation that hasn't looked better with some oil mixed in because I'm so dry. So fun facts right there. But anyway, kind of like, where have I been? Why haven't I been filming? What's my situation? What's the deal? Pretty much I discussed this on my Snapchat, so I hate to be one of those people, but honestly, if you do want to know more personal things or maybe things just before everyone else here, definitely follow my Snapchat. It is BLBX3, Let's Beat X3, but BLBX3, little nickname right there. Self-proclaimed nickname, there you go. Which is kind of funny because you shouldn't give yourself a nickname, I don't think, but I did. It's fine. As you can tell, I like my foundation on my face quite a bit, but since I thin it out with oil, I feel like it's okay. So I guess, where have I been? What's been going on with me, right? So I talked about this on Snapchat, as I was saying, but I pretty much have just come to this really long-awaited, and it's taken me forever to even come to terms with this on my own, but pretty much the fact that I don't have the same, I guess, mindset with YouTube as I used to, which is a really scary thing to say out loud, to think, to feel, because, for such a long time, YouTube was my life, exactly what I wanted to do for ever and ever and ever. I loved it so much. And now for me, I used to, it's hard to say out loud because it sounds either depressing or I hate YouTube, which is not the case. So it's kind of hard to piece together, I guess, what I'm trying to say. But pretty much, I would do anything for YouTube. I would stay, awake hours and hours and hours when I was in high school, past what time I should be going to bed, and, be trying to post videos. My Wi-Fi at my house stinks. It's really, really bad. It takes hours for things to upload. My Wi-Fi at school is a lot better for uploading, but actually it's not even good for going on my phone, but it's better for uploading. You can upload any video in 20 or less minutes, and at my house it's anywhere from, I would say, 45 to 3 hours sometimes. I took a lot of sacrifices for YouTube. I wouldn't, go do things because I had to edit, I had to film, I had to upload, whatever the case is, and that's really cool, I guess, to have something that you're that passionate about, that, strongly involved with. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just have come to, I guess, the realization, terms with, whatever you want to say, the fact that I don't always need to be worrying about YouTube. I don't always need to be posting, don't always need to be thinking about my next video. always on my phone, always on my computer, just in general too. I don't need to be doing that. I'm choosing that. And you know, regarding YouTube and stuff, like I've loved that choice and I've never really regretted that choice. But I guess just because, you know, I'm growing up, I'm meeting new people, I'm trying to experience new things, and in saying that my values haven't changed, you know, who I am as a person is still the same. It's just I'm realizing like, oh dude, like I could go do this instead of talking to myself in my room, which I just don't know how to say it, because even on Snapchat I was like, I said it really well in there I think, but now I'm kind of like word vomiting. I just sometimes need just have time for myself, and I think because I was so like gung-ho and so like going ham, these are like really weird ways to describe it, but legit, I went ham with my channel for so long. You know, I was posting every other day. I never missed one day. Maybe like 130, 1, 2, something like that, videos in a year for I think it was 2 years or a year and a half or something like that. So that's a lot of content. I finally was like, you know, I'm gonna kind of dial it back. If I want to post all that time, I still can, but it's not going to be a pressure I'm putting on myself. I'm now going to be going in with the Rimmel Match Perfection in 125 Fair Fave Concealer. It's like pretty much all out, but I'm just getting the last few bits of it out. So I decided like I'm not going to put this pressure on myself. So it pretty much just changed things for me. It gave me a different perspective on, you know, who I am and my life and everything, and I'm just like, I'm so much more than a YouTuber, you know? And I love being someone who posts online, and I think it's awesome, I think it's fun, it's creative, it's all these amazing things. But there's just, basically what I'm just trying to say is there's so much more to me than just that. And I knew who I was as a YouTuber for years and years and years. I've been posting since 2013. It's now 2017, going into 2018 in a few months. I've been posting for a really, really long time. But I stopped knowing who I was as a person. Which that gets a little emotional, because when you lose yourself, it's terrifying, it's scary, like you just feel so overdramatic pretty much, because if you don't know who you are, how are you gonna know anything else? How are you gonna know who other people are? How are you gonna know legit anything else in life? So I lost myself without really even realizing I lost myself, and that's why I started pulling away from YouTube, because I was just like losing motivation to do things I liked. And you know, freshman year of college was one of the worst years of my life, I can say, hands down. It was, I think, probably the worst year of my life. You know, nothing really happened. I didn't date anyone, I didn't have any awful breakups, I didn't, you know, have anything that would really make sense for it. I mean, except for some really personal things, just not gonna get into. But other than that, like, life was pretty good. I love when this happens. So other than that, you know, life was pretty good, but there would just be things that my mind just couldn't get over, or just couldn't get itself around, like wrap itself around. And yeah, it just, life can be hard. And I feel like when you start saying that, if you were like 20 years old or a teenager or something, I'm not even 20, but you know, I'm 19. So when I was 18, I started to feel this way, and I got a lot of people who didn't know my situation just kind of being like, oh, you're fine, or oh, you're being over dramatic. And that really, really breaks me down. Not on YouTube, but in like my personal life, which is weird because you would think if anywhere it would be on YouTube compared to personal. But yeah, people in my personal life, like people I'm really close to and people that mean a lot to me would tell me that. Not a lot of people, mostly just this one person, but I don't want to just single out this one person, but look what I just did. So it was hard to hear like, oh no, you're fine, or like, oh come on Brooke, you're fine, like your life, come on, you got it made for you, or you got, you know, all this stuff in front of you, what are you talking about? That kind of stuff. So that is just very overwhelming to deal with when you know you're struggling and you don't really know why, but no one, or some people or one person or whatever your situation is just kind of like, oh no, you're fine. And it's like, but sometimes you're not, and what do you do then? So that was just honestly a huge thing. By the way, I used the e.l.f. HD setting powder or something for the under my eyes, and now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Studio HD, like actual powder, so this is like a bigger cap than what I just used. Alright, so now I'm going to be going in with my eyebrows, or I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. So I pretty much just spoolie them out, and I try to get like a really small arch situation. Like if I have my eyebrows just completely straight, you really don't notice it, but if I'm like talking or something, you see it. So that's just kind of the look I go for. I could use my pomade. I haven't used my pomade in such a long time, but sometimes it's just annoying to use, but I guess we'll break it out today. So I guess moving on from all of that, I am doing so well now because I realized life is a balance. It's not all in or nothing. So pretty much with YouTube now, I guess, to let you guys know kind of where I stand with it, I post, as you can tell, you're watching this right now, huh? I post. I just don't post as much as I used to, and I don't force myself to post. And it was never like forcing like in a horrible way, but it was more like motivation to the point that it was exhaustion, and that was just, it's not healthy. Like it's not healthy to be like constantly doing one thing and putting your all into one thing, because sometimes that one thing doesn't work out, or sometimes you just need a break and you just feel like you can't give it to yourself. So all those things kind of factored into it. I definitely like how I'm posting now a lot more, and you know, I don't feel like I constantly need to be posting, which is awful to say, I feel like, to an audience who is supporting me and who is watching me, because I'm saying I don't feel like I need to talk to you guys all the time. Like that's what it sounds like in the back of my head, seeming like I'm ungrateful or something, which I am so not. Like recently my channel has been doing so well, which is, it's crazy. And it's even crazier because I put in, like I said, all that effort for those like back-to-back years. And then when I'm kind of pulling back and being a little bit more casual about it, this is when my channel like starts to do a little better. It's interesting. I also think it's just because I'm giving people more of an opportunity to watch what I'm posting before I post my next thing. Consistency is important, I know that, but at the same time, I'm not doing YouTube right now to be getting anywhere, like to be growing. I'm just doing it because I love it. By the way, this is the Catrice Long Lasting Brow Definer in the shade Chocolate Brownie. I'm using my Rimmel, what is this called? Hide the Blemish Concealer. This is a really nice concealer, but since I've already like hit pan, I wish I had the, there you go, pan. I just use it now to clean up my eyebrows because it's a really good shade for that. And it's thick enough, but it's, you know, creamy enough to where it will blend out, but it's thick enough to where it won't like, you know, drip down my face or something. So I really enjoy this. I'm really loving, I guess, like where everything is with YouTube right now and how I'm just so casual about it, and it's not a stressor and it's not something that I feel like overwhelmed with, which is good and important. Like I was saying earlier, it stinks that I have to even say this because it's like you guys are supporting me, so like for me to be like, yeah, I don't really do it as much anymore. I still love it, and I think I love it even more now, but it doesn't look like I love it more now because I'm posting less. But when I post a video or when I want to edit, like I love it. So there's that. Alright, I'm going to go in with the Butter Bronzer, the Tarte Blush and Expose, and then I haven't tried this yet, the Wet n Wild Highlighting Powder and Precious Petals. So I'm going to be doing all that while I keep talking. I don't know where I was going to be going with whatever I was saying, but pretty much I've just been really enjoying everything, like the way I'm doing it now. This one on way too dark. Can we take a moment, honey? Too much. Kind of transitioning from that whole spiel. Like I said, if you follow me on Snapchat, you probably got this whole like explanation a lot better. So I guess kind of like moving away from that whole conversation. This is just a blank brush, by the way, because, or a clean brush. I would say blank, I don't know, because that contour was a little too harsh for me. But I guess, like I said, moving on from all of that, I did film a dorm tour. Have you seen a dorm tour yet? You haven't. You want to know why? Because my stupid self was hitting the microphone like every, I think it was like 2 to 3 seconds or something like that. Like it was just way too much for me to warrant putting that in a video. So that's why it hasn't been up yet, and I want to do more of like an artsy kind of situation with that, so hopefully I'll get there. I'm not really an artsy person necessarily, so don't really know how that's gonna go, but you know, I have a dream and we'll see what happens with it. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with the Peanut Butter and Honey palette from Too Faced. I don't know how much of this I'm going to use today. I'm just going to use like a flat top brush and go in with the shade Be Sweet, which is just like a really light pink. all over my lid. I know a lot of people don't like this palette, but I saw this at Nordstrom Rack and it was $12, I think. So I was like, for $12, it must be worth it because the quality of these shadows are nice. It's just everyone said like as a palette, you know, some of them were like too muddy. It was looking like a bruise, all that stuff. So I figured because I got this on a sale, it would make it like more worth it. So far I'm really liking it, honestly. I really want to use this shade right here. This is from the Figtastic palette from City Color, and I just want to like tap it on my lid, but I want to do something in the crease first, like transition kind of shade. So I'm going to use the shades Peanut Butter and then Feeling Nutty, and I just kind of go back and forth between those two. This is really pretty for just like a super quick look, just like kind of putting it slightly on the outer lid and then in the transition kind of area, the crease, you know. Like I feel like this alone is so pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade. It doesn't have a name or anything, it's just from the Figtastic palette. I always go in this palette with my finger just because it really picks up the pigment well compared to a brush, and then I just like, come on. So I just kind of tap that on, and that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing. But this palette, these shades, definitely are the kind that will fade if you tried to blend them a lot. That's why I always like to do them last and just like directly put it on, because if you try to like move it around and blend it with a brush, like it won't last. Now I'm just gonna use a gold shade from that palette and just like kind of tap it in the middle, and then use a blank or empty, what do you call it, like something without color, finger. Also, I did want to say I want to do a singing video really badly, but it's coming to the point where I don't really know what song to sing. Every time I do a singing video, which I haven't done or tried to film one at least in a while, so it has been a while, but every time I tried to, it never really went well. It never was the look I was going for. So I don't really know like how I'm gonna go about doing one. I know I want to do it. Okay, I'm gonna break into my eyeliners, which is very nerve-wracking, so I am gonna get off camera and do my eyeliner, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can tell, I feel like my eyeshadow is already fading. Like, what's the deal? I feel like this palette is so pretty, but it just does not last on your eyes. So I'm putting it back on. I'm gonna curl my lashes. This is an e.l.f. eyelash curler, just, you know, like $1 or something, but really like it, I guess, for like what it is. I mean, it's fine, it's just a lash curler, but my mascara of choice recently has been the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is Paradise, let me tell you about that, because it is so good at building volume. A lot of the time, like, what? I want to go in with false lashes, and then I'll put this mascara on and I'll be like, what's the point? Never mind. I think I am today though, just because I really want to feel glamorous. I'm wearing like a t-shirt with pineapples on it. I'm such a contradiction. It's really funny. I'm just going to keep putting on some mascara. Definitely building up the lashes. I'm going to go put on my false lashes and then we'll be right back. Little lash does not want to stay down, but other than that we are pretty much done. Alright, so now we're going to do the lips. I have so many products just in front of me. I think I'm going to start off with my lip liner. This is the MAC Spice lip liner, and I'm just gonna, this is gonna be perfect. I love this lip liner. I know it's really dry and kind of crusty sometimes, but I like it. So I think I'm going to do like a lipstick on top. I'm going to be going in with Whirl from MAC and focusing it more on the outer part of the lip. And after that, oh my god, I haven't worn like a lip color in such a long time because I hate wearing it for eating, and you know, I feel like it's dumb to put it on for classes because it's gonna like crack and look really bad and I can't like really, you know, watch it. So that's why I haven't been doing lips recently, but I miss it. Alright, so now I have Velvet Teddy and that's just gonna go in the center. Guys, this is pretty much my completed look. It's definitely not perfect. There's a lot of things I'm seeing on my face that I'm like, looking a little dry, a little crusty. It's okay, but yeah, this is pretty much my look. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. That would mean the world to me. And if you recreate this look, which there's a lot of random products in here, so God bless you if you do, definitely send it to me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, tag me in it. Would love to see it. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. Let me love you till you feel alright.